What's up, guys? It's MB Boxing, and I just finished up watching Jermell Charlo versus Brian Castano, and this was a 12-rounder for the undisputed WBC, WBO, WBA, and IBF super-welterweight world championship. And this fight was Saturday, July 17th, from the AT&T Center in San Antonio, Texas. And this fight was broadcasted on Showtime. And in this fight, Jermell Charlo and Brian Castano were able to get a draw. And in my opinion, this was a huge robbery. Brian Castano clearly won this fight, in my opinion, and there's no other way to score it, in my opinion. I mean, he clearly won. I mean, maybe 114 if you're generous to Charlo, but I have no clue how one of the judges scored at 117-111 to Jermell Charlo. That is a scripted score. That is 100% biased. There is no way Jermell Charlo won 9 rounds. I mean, there is absolutely no way that could have happened. That's impossible. I mean, I almost scored a 117-111 to Brian Castano. I mean, that's a ridiculous score. That judge should be suspended for however long he should be. It's similar to the Juan Francisco Estrada versus Chocolatito 2 fight. I mean, the ridiculous 117-111 score, I believe it was, in favor of Estrada, where that judge did get suspended for a bit. I mean, the other judges said about 114-113 for Castano, which is, again, an insane score, which is just ridiculous. I mean, I didn't even think that's a correct score. And then there was also one judge who had a 114 even. That's generous to Charlo once again. I mean, Castano just dictated the pace. I mean, just to break down the fight, this first round was a clear Castano round. Charlo did nothing at all. The second round, it was a clear Charlo round. Charlo hurt Castano with a beautiful left hook. And then in that third round, Jermell Charlo got wobbled like we've never seen before. I know he has been knocked down before, but never really hurt like that, because he got hit with 2 hooks from Castano. One of them wobbled him once, and then Charlo tried to fire back before he got caught with another hook and went into the ropes. They could have called that a technical knockdown. Charlo almost went down sitting on the ropes, but luckily for him, he did stay up. But then, as the fight dragged on, at one point I had the fight 89-82 in favor of Brian Castano. And as I said in my prediction, I saw the fight being really, really close. I could have saw either man being ahead, and that's what was happening. But I mean, Brian Castano was clearly winning, in my opinion. And then, I mean, Jermell Charlo did almost stop Brian Castano a couple times late, like I did predict, but, I mean, ultimately he did not stop him. But from around 8 through 12, I mean, Jermell Charlo really started to put the pressure on Castano because he knew he really needed a knockout to win, but little did they know, both fighters, that they were going to have terrible scorecards. I mean, all 3 of those scorecards, in my opinion, were awful. I mean, the draw is generous to Charlo, and the 117-111 is just ridiculous. That judge should be suspended. And 114-113, in my opinion, is not a good score at all. So, I mean, Jermell Charlo clearly got a gift here. He should have got his second loss of his career, and Brian Castano should have been undisputed champion at the end of the night. But what is next for both fighters? And this is for both of them. I think they're going to have a rematch. I think it's going to be a huge built-up thing like Fury-Wilder. The first fight, obviously, Fury won. They gave it a draw, and then they had a second, and then now they're having a third, and I could definitely see that happening here, these two having a trilogy. I mean, they had a great fight, but, I mean, Castano clearly won. And comment down below how you scored the fight, because I have seen a variety of scorecards through the all the points of the fight. But, yeah, both fighters hurt each other. It was a decent fight, but in the end, I thought Castano won 116-112. So, overall, Brian Castano and Jermell Charlo fight to a split decision draw. Ultimately, no one becomes undisputed champion, and most likely they will fight in a rematch next. And, yeah, that's really it. I'm MB Boxing. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later.